Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. So before we get started, viewer discretion is advised. Explicit language is said on this channel. So if you're easily offended or sensitive, then yeah, you might want to go elsewhere because I cuss like a sailor. So but the ones who do want to stay, be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and also click on that notification button so anytime that I post videos such as this one, you will be the first one to know. So let's go ahead and get started. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving weekend. I hope you were able to get some R&R. You were able to do a little bit of holiday shopping, got to spend time with friends and loved ones, because I know last year, if you were like me, during the panorama, it's still a panorama, but during the panorama, I was in this house, I cooked, and it was just me. So this is a complete turnaround from last year. I was able to travel, spend time with some loved ones, and I had an awesome time. I got to take a gander at what Nashville has to offer. Also, before, I just wanted to show this off because I just think this is dope as fuck. While I was visiting my sister, she has a t-shirt business, and she made this beauty right here, and it's made of all bling, baby, bling bling. So the tassels, they are blinged out, and also, as you can see, it's black, no cream, no sugar. Okay, I might have like a little bit of cream, but definitely no sugar because mama ain't sweet, okay? So I'll be sure to include in the description box below how to purchase one of these beauties here. So thanks, sis. I love my sweatshirt, and it's cropped, so I cannot wait to wear it out and have my little booty belly out. So so for today's topic, what brought me to do this is because over the holidays I did go visit my sister in Nashville, and it was myself, her, and then her cousin and her family. And so it was nice. I enjoyed myself. It was nice to get out and to just be around, you know, good vibes, good people and whatnot. But what led me to do this video is once I got home, I noticed how I was just drained. I was really like emotionally drained, and also mentally drained, and a little bit of spiritually drained. And what that ended up doing was manifesting itself physically. And I really had to sit with myself, and after I finished having my badass attitude, and I'm PMSing on top of that, so that just makes it 10 times worse. But ladies, you already understand, you know what I mean. So it led me to do this video about empathy and being an empath, such as myself. If you're trying to figure out like, damn, why some of the things that I'm going to describe, I'm pretty sure you like try to like figure out how come I'm so intuitive. How do I pick up on people's energies and moods and stuff? Why do I feel drained, and why do I have to isolate myself in order to recharge? Well, in this video I'm going to explain all of that. So first off, you're probably trying to, and I got my notes down here. First off, you're trying to figure out like, what the hell is an empath? Basically, a person who is an empath is one that picks up on other people's emotions and moods, which is part of empathy. But instead, it's like that energy is kind of, it's more in an intense way. And so I came across this great article on Healthline, and I'm just going to share with you some of it. I'll make sure to include that link in the description box as well. So it says here, the term empath comes from empathy, which is the ability to understand and experience the feelings of other people's from your own perspective. And so I guess a great example of that is if somebody's cat died, you would really feel empathetic to that person's situation. it allows you to have like a level of understanding that maybe somebody who is not as empathetic or empath wouldn't have that same understanding. So that's just an example of it. So I'm just going to outline some of the characteristics of it. So one of them is closeness and intimacy can overwhelm you. So guys, you already know in my previous videos I have talked about how being vulnerable is very hard for me to do for various reasons. Just, you know, rejection and worrying about what other people think and all that other stuff. And that's something that I'm still working on in my journey as I'm doing my inner work. However, when I saw this, I was like, damn, you know, that can really tie into why I'm having such a big issue with being vulnerable. And it says here, empaths often find frequent close contact difficult, which can make romantic relationships challenging. This girl right here. Also, it says here, you want to connect and develop a lasting relationship. However, spending too much time with someone leads to stress, being overwhelmed, and worries about losing yourself in the relationship. And I know, just specifically from my personal experience, I've noticed that I find myself, when it comes to my deep feelings about certain things or certain people, especially in romantic relationships, I find that I have a cutoff, a cutoff point. Also, you may experience some type of sensory overload where it's just, it could be too much noise, or I ain't gonna say too much noise, but too much feeling, having too much emotions and touching and all that other kind of shit could be overwhelming. And typically, if you're like me, you tend to shut down and isolate. And the isolation is really, and I'm going to touch on that more in a minute, the isolation is more so to recharge. So you have good intuition. Intuition is basically like your gut feeling, something in your gut. You may not be able to explain it to other people, but you might hear something like, I had a feeling, or something is telling me, or you might feel like something in your between like your heart chakra and your sacral chakra, which is in your gut, or that's around your gut, that's telling you like, all right, either danger is about to happen, or I'm just, based on being around this person or just kind of reading them, you could just feel that something is coming from them, whether that's good or bad. And it says here, an empath's intuition often tells them whether someone is being truthful or not. And so I know a lot of us have it. I feel like especially women have that intuition, that knowing. However, we tend to be like, nah, I can trust that person, or nah, that person is good, and really your gut been telling you the whole time that nigga ain't right for you. So listen to your intuition. I'm telling myself this as well. Listen to your intuition. It ain't gonna steer you wrong. I'm telling you, my intuition has gotten me out of car accidents. It has gotten me out of some really fucked up situations. However, the caveat to that is me not listening to my intuition has gotten me into situations that were pretty detrimental to my mental and my emotional well-being. So I will say that. Please listen to your intuition, because it ain't gonna steer you wrong. Also, I want to, because I highlighted this point, as an empath, you might put a lot of faith in your instincts when making decisions, although others might consider you to be impulsive. You're actually trusting your intuition to guide you to the choice that feels right for you. So don't worry about what other people think. If it feels right for you and it's not going to steer you wrong or put you in a line of danger, go with it. Go with your gut. Also, another thing about being an empath is you take comfort in nature. As a Taurus woman, I love nature. I love beauty. I see beauty in everything. Okay, for the most part, I ain't gonna say everything. I see beauty in a lot of things, and I notice when I need to recharge or I need to kind of like decompress and and get myself realign myself. I go to the park. I go sit outside. I need to be around nature. I need to be around beauty. I need to feel the warm sun on my body. I really, it's like I can feel the rays just providing me with positive energy. When anytime that I smell flowers or I see trees and everything, it just makes me feel so much better, and I feel so awakened in a good way. So yes, it also says here, anyone can benefit from spending time in natural settings, but empaths may feel even more drawn to nature in remote areas, since natural environments provide a calming space to rest from overwhelming sensations, sounds, and emotion. And this is going to kind of lead me into sensory overload. If you ever heard of that, and I think these days a lot of us struggle with sensory overload with the technological advances in social media. Have you ever, you're working on your computer, you're working, but then you have your earbud in, but then you might also have the TV on, and then, or you could be talking on the phone, and then you hear the dogs barking outside, and after a while, those senses become super heightened to the point it becomes overwhelming. That is sensory, to me, that is sensory overload. Your mind is telling you, like, girl, boy, whoever, however you identify, turn this shit off and sit in silence. Peace be still. It don't say it in the Bible for a reason. Peace be still. Sometimes you need to quiet. Center yourself. Center yourself. Block it out. If you gotta put on noise canceling earbuds, if you just gotta sit in the closet, I kid you not, I have done that before. Sit in the closet or go in the bathroom and close the door. Whatever you have to do to get that peace about you, do that, because as empaths, that is one of the ways that we recharge, by being in nature, but also just by isolating ourselves, which brings me to, you need time to recharge. So like I was saying before, heightened sensitivity to others' pain can be draining, so empaths may find themselves easily fatigued. As in the scenario that I named earlier, when I got home, I was fucking drained, and I knew I was just like, my mom wanted to talk to me, and a couple other friends was hitting me up and was like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, leave me alone today. It's Sunday. It's self-care Sunday. Leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered. Let me have my peace about me. And it is okay to do that. It is okay. It is okay to walk away. It is okay to set those boundaries and to tell whoever, including yourself, I need to sit my ass down and I need to recharge. I need to be in my fortress of solitude. There is nothing wrong with it. Nothing. So take the time to recharge, because being around other people and being around all this type of energy and feelings and moods and stuff, that could drive anybody crazy. But especially for us empaths, because we're more sensitive, that it can really, really, really take on. And like I said, I really do see how it can take on and manifest in other ways. It might cause you to feel depressed. Like myself, right now, I'm going through depression because I still haven't been able to fully recharge. What I would do is like recharge just enough to kind of get me by, but then I'm depleted all over again because I start pouring into other things, other people, and not saving it for myself. So also, Also, to tie into the you need to recharge, there could, as you tend to isolate. Isolation can help empaths recover from overwhelming, like I said, completely shutting out the world for prolonged isolation, because it really can take a toll on your mental health. So isolate, but do not isolate too much. And isolation doesn't necessarily have to mean that you're completely closed off from the world. Isolation could be just taking a walk in the park. It could, if you're near a body of water, going to the beach, going to a lake, just being around something that, or if you in a mountainous area, go to the mountains, go to some hills, a nature walk, a hike, whatever you need to do, just do it. And last but not least, I think this is one of the ones that I struggle with, is you have a hard time setting boundaries. So boundaries are important in all aspects of relationships across the board, whether that's with your partner, with your parents, with your kids, with whoever, your pastor, whoever, even with yourself. Set boundaries. If you're an empath, you may struggle to turn off the ability to feel and find it impossible to stop giving, even when you have no energy left. You might believe boundaries suggest you don't care about you or about your loved ones. But what you're saying is, when you're creating boundaries, what you're telling yourself is that I love me. I love myself. And I love myself enough to set a boundary, because this is not going to work. You cannot give, you cannot pour into other people, into other things, if you can't do it for yourself. So if that means like, hey, give me a couple of days, I don't want to have a conversation with you, I don't want a video chat, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, and like a friend told me, if you have a hard time just being 100% real and telling them, make something up. Shit, who gonna check your resources? Make something up. If you gotta tell them, I got a migraine or I'm busy right now, whatever you have to do. If you don't feel like if you feel like it takes too much of you to really specify or to be honest about it, sometimes you just gotta make shit up. But I will encourage you, because I've done this too. Sometimes I make stuff up, but for the most part, I've been learning to just be honest, because it's really hard for me to lie about a lot of shit, because the truth ends up coming out, and plus I ain't got time to be trying to remember all them lies and shit. So yeah, that's all. I'm just gonna leave it right there. I hope I did not make this video too long, but I think I'm not gonna lie, doing this video has actually helped me, because all week I was trying to figure out, like, what the fuck is going on with me. And once I figured it out, talking it out has helped. And goddamn, Liz, get your words out. And sharing this information with other people is also helping me out as well. Because like I keep stating, I'm a purse specialist. I need to start specializing, or peering, I guess I should say. So, yeah, I think I'm done. Thank you for watching. I hope y'all have a great weekend. Also, Fridays is the day that I put out new podcast episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all the other platforms that I can't think of right now, because Thursdays just ain't doing it for me. It's hard for me to record on Wednesdays, to have it right by Thursday, but it fits better in my schedule to do Thursdays, so that way I can have it out on Fridays. So that'll give you all weekend to listen to this shit and whatever. So with that being said, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a great weekend. Be safe out there. We still in the panorama. Please put sanitize your hands, wash your ass, and make sure you drink your water so your black don't crack, and still wear some damn sunscreen out here to keep your melanin popping like mine. All right, peace, love y'all.